Okay, so this is not a topic I normally touch up on, but because of the proposed date for June the 21st and what's going to be proposed for then with the UK roadmap out of lockdown, and the fact that we are still, after 14 months now, we are still in a massive global health crisis. But I do feel I need to get this off my chest regarding I really God, sorry about that, but the thing I'm trying to say, with so much that has happened since January of 2020, and with the huge amount of misinformation that is spreading across all social media and across various websites, I feel like this is a topic I need to talk about and what I have to say about it. One thing I am doing with this video is I am being very careful how I word it in terms of the title and the description. The main reason being is because of the subject I'm talking about. I don't want these anti-vaxxers or conspiracy theorists to end up finding the video because they'll try and spread the truth, but we know for a fact that that is just all a bunch of bullshit. And personally, I don't feel this type of content should be monetized, so what I'm going to do is turn off video ads, so ads that don't interrupt this video, and leave on what other ad types there are in the options, and whatever money that those ads do generate, I want to donate it to a selected vaccine research program is out there. If I do find one, the name of it will be right here, and if you wish to make a donation to this project, there will be a link to it in the description as well. So with all that being said, let's just jump straight into this. The past 12 months or so has just been a terrible, terrible time for literally everyone and everyone on the planet. Like, the world has just not been a pleasant place to be. We have been living through events that are definitely going to be down in the history books, and if you've ever sat there in school wondering, like, events you have been taught up on, like for example World War II, the Plague, the Black Death, literally any major historical event that took place, if you ever wondered what it was like to live through those events, this is definitely it. This is history. We are living it, and I just hope that stuff like this will be taught in history lessons in schools across the planet, maybe even the universal multiverse if there is a multiverse out there. But seriously, if we teach this in schools across the world, then we can prevent another global tragedy like this from happening ever again. Now, thankfully, we are making a way out of this global health crisis. Regardless of what anyone says, this is all thanks to vaccination, because vaccination has not only helped to have an effect on COVID, but it's also prevented diseases like smallpox, polio, a few others to name, but I didn't really think the list off my top of my head, so there will probably be a list somewhere of what vaccines have helped prevent, and they are really contributing very well with the fight against COVID. Because thanks to vaccination, we are seeing the effects it has on the spread of COVID, because cases have been falling with the more people who are getting vaccinated. Some places they are quite neutral, but at least they're not increasing or spreading any faster than some other parts in the world where vaccination programs haven't been as well as the UK's. And the other thing, they also have had a huge effect on hospitalisations and deaths, because we are seeing fewer people getting hospitalised with COVID, and we are seeing fewer people dying from COVID. And if we keep going where we are with our vaccination programs, we will get to that point where 0 people will die each day from COVID and COVID-related illnesses. But the people who really haven't been doing any favours during this time are anti-vaxxers who call themselves pro-life, pro-choice. In reality, if you're a parent or whatever and you refuse to get your child vaccinated, technically you are pro-early child death. Because if you refuse to get your child vaccinated, you are a word that I actually say for a select few people. I'm not going to say it right now here on the channel because just in case there are any kids watching. But all I will say, if you are an anti-vaxxer and you refuse to get your child vaccinated, you are a see you next Tuesday. I think I'll just leave it at there. So if you do know, you know, and I think that should be self-explanatory, really. Because whatever these people will say about the vaccine is a lie. They do not contain heavy metals. They do not cause radiation poisoning because of the whole connection with 5G. But I don't really want to comment on that because I'd just be here all day explaining this, and this video is probably going to go on longer than it already has already. But they do not cause poisoning. They do not contain toxic chemicals. They do not kill you. Um, yeah, so, where else am I going to go with it? They will also not make you spit like an antenna, as somebody who was a doctor, who claims to be a doctor at least claims. She basically claims that you will sit like an antenna, they will turn on an electromagnetic pulse radiator, and you will sit like an antenna, spreading 5G signals. Oh my god. I will be honest, anti-vaxxers are a group of people I have wanted to target for a very, very long time now. And I have a plan to make them look so unbelievably stupid. People have gone out of their way to make them look as stupid enough as they already are. Like this, for example.
This is a standard vaccine composition. Which of these chemicals do you object to having in your body?
All of them.
Really? 'Cause I have just given you the chemical composition of an apple. Which is living testimony to the fact that anti-vaxxers aren't qualified to know what they are scared of.
I mean, you could literally say or make up anything about the vaccines, no matter how stupid, no matter how ridiculous. They'd buy it, they'd believe it, with no physical evidence needed. Now, I don't want to talk about these anti-vaxxers or these conspiracy theories, because I'd just be here going on and on and on about them, but pushing them aside, because I don't want to comment on them any further, because this video is going to probably get too long. All I will say is this. Vaccines protect you and protect other people. They are not experimental. They have been clinically approved. They go through phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 and so many different phases before they seek public approval. So thankfully now, as a recording, we have 4 vaccinations approved for UK use. I will basically literally just say this. If you are offered the jab, please, 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 for the love of God, get the jab. If you get the jab, if every single one of them, well, not every single one of us, what am I talking about, anti-vaxxers, for God's sake? I mean, as much as they do want to vaccinate every single person, well, the government has said that they want to vaccinate every person by September. The truth is, you will never, ever vaccinate every single person in the country, or indeed the planet. It's hard with the people who don't want it. It's impossible with the anti-vaxxers. If our government wants to lift most restrictions by June the 21st, we need this vaccination programme speeded up, and we also need to prioritise those who are going to be more outgoing, because we have people from various different age ranges who may be outgoing, some maybe not so outgoing. All I will say is, if the government prioritises those who are more outgoing, with most, well, I think, what is it, 70% of the people of the adult population has now been vaccinated. So, and now in some parts of the UK we are seeing younger people eligible for the jab, because most of the people in the surrounding areas have actually had theirs. So with the spare doses that are left, we are able to see various age ranges vaccinated, sorry. And all I will say is, just to wrap up this video, is stop making stuff up, stop believing people who will make stuff up. Just do what you can, please. If you are offered the jab, get the jab, stop the spread of COVID, and please start saving lives. And with that, I better finish this video right off there, because I've gone on longer than this already has, and it's not a topic I usually touch up on this channel, but it's just something I wanted to get off my chest. So again, take in every word that I have said, please, and hopefully we'll be able to see each other without having to stand a certain meters apart, without having to wear a face covering. And yeah, I'm not going to comment any further on that. So thanks for watching, and see you later.